Bitcoin, the most popular digital currency, has been in the news a lot lately, and for many different reasons. Some are predicting that it will even revolutionize commerce around the world, while others have voiced concerns that its value might one day collapse altogether. Whatever your opinion may be on this virtual currency, there are plenty of reasons to buy Bitcoin right now, especially if you want to profit from what could be an enormous financial opportunity while it's still in its early stages. If you have been watching Bitcoin's astronomical rise in value and thinking, I wish I had invested in that, trust me, you're not alone, and neither are you late. Luckily, the price has now fallen to a point where you can practically enter with the least risk possible. But hey, it's not just random advice with us. In this video, we'll present to you 10 solid reasons why you should consider Bitcoin as your next investment. But before we begin, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so all of us could go to the moon together during the next crypto rally. Now, without wasting another moment, here are the 10 reasons why you should buy Bitcoin now before its value keeps going up. Number 10, the technology behind cryptocurrencies. The blockchain, which is essentially a public ledger that tracks transactions, is what makes digital currencies like Bitcoin work. It automatically validates the process, each transaction, using algorithms that are part of each blockchain platform. And the same blockchain is also responsible for recording transactions in such a way that no one party can gain control over a cryptocurrency. This means these digital currencies can't be hacked or corrupted. This amazing technology has made fraud-proof international transactions seamless and extremely cost-effective, making it the number one contender for high demand-driven appreciation. Number 9, it's stable. During the recent crash, when nearly all other cryptocurrencies were falling deep into the dirt, Bitcoin was one of the few that remained relatively stable. You now argue that it did fall 60% from its value, but let me tell you, that's a 60% fall in a cryptocurrency is just a normal correction. Newer assets witness sharp corrections. That's how the world of finance works. So while it's not entirely unheard of for Bitcoin to fall in value, you can be fairly confident that your investment will remain secure as long as you continue to support Bitcoin by staying invested in it. With other cryptocurrencies, there's no such guarantee. In fact, you may even have trouble exchanging them for currencies like US dollars if their value drops too low, which happened in the case of Terra Luna. Number 8, it's currently near its previous cycle high. If you're aware of how the crypto bull cycle works, you'd probably know what we're talking about. But for those who aren't aware of it, let me put some light on the concept around it. The price of cryptocurrencies, or any asset for that matter, moves in a cycle. And in each cycle, the price would make a new high. Retrace back to a level that is not lower than the previous high, and then move on to make another new high. And currently, we are potentially at the lowest level, or the retracement point. If the cycle continues to function the way it has since the inception of Bitcoin, we might never be able to buy it at its current price ever again. So take your shot while you have the chance. Number 7, central banks are buying lots of Bitcoin. While Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies pose a great threat to the functioning of a central bank, there are speculations that many central banks around the world are secretly loading up on Bitcoin as we speak. And we all know the basic investor behavior. People like to buy into an asset that's being used by central banks because it makes it feel more safe. But as more central banks turn to Bitcoin, expect to see continued price appreciation. People around the world will look at how much governments are buying and make sure they get in before it takes off again. Number 6, Middle East countries are investing in crypto too. We wouldn't touch upon the idea of El Salvador accepting Bitcoin as a legal tender because that's basic news. Hear this instead. In addition to a small but growing number of startups in Israel, some Middle Eastern countries have recently shown a growing interest in investing in digital currencies, mainly Bitcoin. The countries of Qatar and the United Arab have both shown an interest in utilizing Bitcoin as an alternative method of payment, with Abu Dhabi Global Market, one of the 7 special economic zones in UAE, opening accounts with 2 prominent Bitcoin providers. Saudi Arabia has also expressed interest in cryptocurrencies and is exploring ways to regulate it within its borders. The shift is happening gradually, but you never know when it might pick up the pace. Number 5, cryptocurrency is still a relatively new concept. That's right, Bitcoin isn't even 15 years old. Compared to stocks, gold, and real estate, which have been used as investments for hundreds of years, it is still just a baby. If you invest $100 in one of these asset classes today, you'll most likely end up with at least $100 by next year. That's not guaranteed, but it's probably what will happen because over the years, investors have become more comfortable with their concept and trust them enough. While for cryptocurrencies, this moment hasn't yet arrived, and this means there are still plenty of opportunities for growth. For example, if Bitcoin increases in value tenfold over the course of the next few years, a situation that is more likely than not, an investor who bought $1,000 worth could sell it all and make $10,000 or more on his or her investment. This isn't guaranteed either, but if history repeats itself, and it usually does, then there's no reason why cryptocurrency won't follow suit. Number 4, it's going to get tougher to mine more Bitcoins. Mining is how new Bitcoins are created. Every 10 minutes, a group of miners collect payments from a user in exchange for the use of their computing power. They do that for generating and verifying new blocks. These blocks are nothing but a package of Bitcoins. Interestingly, the number of Bitcoins given as a reward in these blocks get halved every 210,000 blocks, or approximately 4 years. With lesser supply from mining, people who need Bitcoins will have to turn to the open markets to purchase them, driving their demand past the roof. This gives us a considerable reason to believe that investing today will definitely pay off, latest by 2024, because that is when the next halving cycle takes place. Number 3, Bitcoin is the primary cryptocurrency. This point would tell you why it is that we are only focusing on Bitcoin and not the entire cryptocurrency market. You see, Bitcoin was the first ever cryptocurrency in the world, meaning that it is an actual cryptocurrency while all other 19,000+ tokens fall into the category of altcoins, including Bitcoin's famous friend, Ethereum, being the primary cryptocurrency that helps Bitcoin a lot in the terms of stability and relatively higher trust of the investors. Moreover, it would also be the last cryptocurrency to fail, making it a relatively safer bet compared to all other crypto options you have. Number 2, it's easy to get started. Being the primary cryptocurrency, there's no crypto exchange that wouldn't facilitate Bitcoin trading. So you can practically take a blindfolded call on which exchange you would register and still find a choice to invest in Bitcoin, regardless of the ultimate choice. In fact, there are many exchanges that also give you free Bitcoin when you register with them. How amazing is that? It's like an instant return on your investment. And another plus point is that you need not have a capital of thousands of dollars to get started with investing in Bitcoin, because you can also buy fractions of it based on your capability. Number 1, there is a ton of money to be made. The price of Bitcoin has been rising at an incredible rate before its recent correction, and a 3x return from here is quite modest for the apex cryptocurrency, if you ask me. Sure, Bitcoin is volatile, but there are some strong signals that it's only going to keep growing, most of which we've already discussed in our list. That means there is a ton of money to be made from Bitcoin investments, and you surely don't want to miss out. And with this, we've covered all the main reasons that pose a strong buying stance for Bitcoin. It's evident that it has many benefits and advantages over other forms of money and currency, including lower transaction fees, the ability to purchase goods and services online, and security from government melding, among others. So it's no wonder that so many people want to buy Bitcoin right now. If you believe that you've learned something of value from this video, we appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel. That way, we'll stay highly motivated to bring much more content for you in the future. You can also check out the channel for other insightful videos on personal finance and business that can potentially change your life. We will see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.